everyone, I'm here to touch on a few things that Norwex sells that can help us all with laundry. Laundry is not my most hated job, but it's just one of those tedious things. I don't think anyone really loves doing it. So I'm here to just share a few things that I like that make the job a little easier for me. The first thing I want to touch on is the Norwex dryer balls. There's two different kinds. There's the silicone ones, which come in a set of two. I personally haven't used these ones. You do have to be cautious if you're using them in the winter, because if you leave them in your dryer, they can crack just due to the cold. So just be mindful of that. The ones that I have and I really like are the wool dryer balls. These come in a set of three, and they'll look like this when you get them. Mine look a little rough around the edges because my dog Sophie really likes playing with them. So she's gotten hold of them a couple times before I've noticed, and has kind of taken a chunk or two out of these. But I've had them for almost 3 years. They still work perfectly fine. Basically, these just help to lift and separate your clothing so the air can circulate through them better, and you'll cut your drying time down by about 25% when you use these. So great if you're in a time crunch. One thing I love about these is when people switch over to dryer balls from, say, dryer sheets or fabric softener, you're eliminating all those chemicals, but a lot of people don't like that they don't have any scent anymore on their clothing. So what I really enjoy doing is taking an essential oil, and I just put a couple drops on one of these balls. You can mark even with permanent marker which one you want to be designated for your essential oils if you don't want to put them on all of them all the time. Just put a couple drops on there depending how strong you want the scent, and throw it in when your clothes are already dry. Let them just tumble with no heated air, just like an air tumble for a couple of minutes, just to kind of circulate that scent, and your clothing will come out smelling really nice. And then you can customize what you want it to smell like too. Another thing that I like doing, say I've forgotten to put my clothing in the dryer after I've done a wash, you know, next day I realize, shoot, I forgot to throw them all in. I take a little bit of my odor eliminator, and you can throw this right in the wash too, but I'll just put it directly on the dryer ball, throw it in with my clothes as they go in the dryer, and it just helps to prevent any kind of stale odor to the clothing that you might get otherwise. It's really handy, kind of a double use there. Another thing I've recently started using is the magnet ball. This is awesome if you have hard water. I live in the city, and I didn't think that I had really any issues with hard water, but on the inside, I've only used it about 8 times now. You'll actually start to see little bits of metal that the magnet ball is pulling out of your water. So all those minerals and things that make it hard for your soap to do an efficient job are getting pulled right out of there. So this allows you to use about half the detergent that you normally would, and you can use this in your dishwasher or in your laundry or your washing machine. So really awesome product. I hope you guys try it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.